The Gandhara Civilization, flourishing from the 1st to the 7th century CE, occupied a pivotal space in world history. This region, nestled in present-day northwest Pakistan and eastern Afghanistan, served as a vibrant cultural crossroads. Gandhara stood at the intersection of ancient trade routes, including the famed Silk Road. This strategic location facilitated a dynamic exchange of ideas, beliefs, and artistic traditions. The result was a unique cultural blend, most notably evident in the fusion of Greek and Buddhist art forms known as Greco-Buddhism. The Gandharan period witnessed the rule of various empires. These included the Achaemenids, Greeks, Mauryans, Shakas, Parthians, and Kushans. Each dynasty left its mark on the region's cultural landscape, contributing to the eclectic mix of influences that characterize Gandhara. This confluence of cultures underpins the distinctive character of Gandharan art and architecture. Gandhara's significance extends beyond its geographical location. The region served as a crucial link between the Indian subcontinent and the Hellenistic world. This interaction fostered a rich artistic dialogue. It resulted in the emergence of a distinctive style that blended elements of both Greek and Buddhist aesthetics. The Gandharan school of art and architecture stands as a testament to this cultural fusion. It offers a fascinating glimpse into a period when East met West, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate and inspire. The following sections will delve deeper into the multifaceted aspects of Gandhara civilization, exploring its art, architecture, intellectual contributions, and lasting impact on the world.
The cultural landscape of Gandhara was indelibly shaped by the legacy of Alexander the Great's conquests in the 4th century BCE. The arrival of the Greeks, followed by the establishment of the Indo-Greek kingdoms, ushered in a new era of artistic and cultural exchange. Greek artistic conventions began to intermingle with existing Indian traditions, resulting in a unique hybrid style.
One of the most striking examples of Greek influence on Gandharan art is the depiction of the Buddha. Prior to the Gandharan period, Buddhist art relied heavily on symbolism to represent the Buddha. He was often depicted through symbols like the Bodhi tree, the Dharma wheel, or footprints. However, Gandharan artists, drawing inspiration from Greek sculptural traditions, began to create anthropomorphic representations of the Buddha.
These Gandharan Buddha statues exhibit a remarkable synthesis of Greek and Indian aesthetics. The Buddha's serene countenance, with its characteristic downcast eyes and enigmatic smile, reflects the spiritual essence of Buddhism. Yet, the flowing drapery, often rendered with Hellenistic realism, and the lifelike anatomical features betray a clear Greek influence. This fusion of styles created a powerful and enduring image of the Buddha, one that resonated far beyond the borders of Gandhara.
Beyond sculpture, Greek influence permeated other artistic mediums in Gandhara. Elements of Greek architecture, such as Corinthian columns and decorative motifs, found their way into Buddhist temples and monasteries. The use of stucco, a material favored by the Greeks, became widespread in Gandharan art, enabling the creation of intricate decorative details.
The fusion of Greek and Indian artistic traditions in Gandhara was not merely a matter of borrowing or imitation. It represented a dynamic process of cultural synthesis. Artists selectively adopted and adapted elements from both traditions, forging a new and distinct artistic vocabulary that reflected the unique cultural milieu of Gandhara.
The confluence of Greek and Buddhist traditions in Gandhara gave rise to a distinctive artistic style known as Greco-Buddhist art. This style, characterized by its fusion of Hellenistic aesthetics and Buddhist iconography, flourished for centuries and played a pivotal role in the spread of Buddhism across Central Asia and beyond.
Greco-Buddhist art served as a visual bridge, making the teachings of the Buddha accessible to a wider audience. One of the most significant contributions of Greco-Buddhist art was the development of a comprehensive visual narrative of the Buddha's life. Prior to this period, depictions of the Buddha's life were relatively rare. However, Gandharan artists, drawing inspiration from both Greek narrative art and Buddhist scriptures, created elaborate sculptural programs that illustrated key moments from the Buddha's life, from his birth to his enlightenment and his final passing into nirvana.
These narrative reliefs, often adorning the walls of Buddhist stupas and monasteries, served as visual aids for teaching Buddhist doctrines. They allowed viewers to follow the Buddha's journey, to witness his compassion and wisdom, and to contemplate the path to enlightenment. The use of familiar Greek artistic conventions, such as perspective and realism, made these narratives more accessible to a wider audience, including those unfamiliar with traditional Buddhist symbolism.
Greco-Buddhist art was not limited to religious themes. It also encompassed secular subjects, reflecting the cosmopolitan nature of Gandharan society. Sculptures depicting musicians, dancers, and scenes from everyday life provide valuable insights into the social and cultural practices of the time. These artworks often exhibit a blend of Greek and Indian stylistic elements, further highlighting the fusion of cultures that characterized Gandhara.
The legacy of Greco-Buddhist art extends far beyond its aesthetic appeal. It stands as a testament to the power of cultural exchange and the enduring human capacity for creative synthesis. By blending diverse artistic traditions, Gandharan artists created a unique and influential style that played a crucial role in the spread of Buddhism and left an indelible mark on the history of art.
The unique fusion of Greek and Buddhist elements in Gandharan art has sparked ongoing debates among scholars regarding its authenticity and the nature of cultural exchange. Some argue that the Greek influence represents a form of cultural appropriation, where dominant foreign powers imposed their artistic traditions on the indigenous population. They point to the potential power imbalances inherent in such exchanges, suggesting that the adoption of Greek elements might not have been entirely voluntary. Others view the Gandharan blend as a more organic process of cultural synthesis, driven by mutual influences and artistic innovation. They argue that Gandharan artists were active agents in this process, selectively adopting and adapting elements from both Greek and Indian traditions to create a new and distinct style that reflected their own cultural identity. This perspective emphasizes the agency of Gandharan artists and their ability to forge a new artistic vocabulary from diverse sources. The debate over cultural appropriation versus synthesis in Gandhara is complex and multifaceted. It raises important questions about the dynamics of cultural exchange, the role of power in shaping artistic traditions, and the very definition of authenticity. There is no easy answer, and the interpretation of Gandharan art remains a subject of ongoing scholarly inquiry. It is essential to approach this debate with nuance and sensitivity, recognizing the historical context and the potential for multiple perspectives. Rather than viewing the Gandharan blend as a simple case of appropriation or synthesis, it is more productive to consider it as a complex process of cultural negotiation and artistic innovation. By acknowledging the multiplicity of voices and perspectives, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the richness and complexity of Gandharan art and its enduring legacy.